Pig God, one of the lesser talked about S-Class heroes for sure. You could go as far as even saying he's underrated. So today we're going to be talking about him, but more specifically the secret that he has. And yep, you guessed it, I can't talk about this without going into webcomic spoilers, so if you don't want to know what's going to happen in the future of the story, I suggest you check out now. So like I said, Pig God has a secret, a pretty big one actually, and we first find out about this in chapter 78 of the webcomic. So at this point of the Monster Association War, things are looking particularly bad. The entire S-Class strike team is either fighting an uphill battle, down for the count, or just missing in action. And while all the momentum has entirely shifted in the direction of the cadres, and with all hope seemingly lost, Pig God begins to have an inner monologue where he says, "Is now the time? Is it? But if I die here, who will save the world? Shouldn't I preserve my power for the last moment? No, I don't think this is what the prophecy meant. I wonder." And unfortunately, that's where that ends. And it never goes any further, and we don't exactly understand what he was talking about. Even currently in the webcomic, we have yet to expand upon this or anything else from Pig God, really. So let's break this down, because it will for sure come back eventually. This is a classic case of Chekhov's gun we're dealing with here, and it will give some significance to Pig God, which seems to be lacking at this point, outside of him being an S-Class hero, of course. So the preserving power line is definitely indicating that this is some kind of ability or attack that Pig God is capable of. But he also says that he'll die there if he doesn't. So we can also assume that using this ability or attack also costs his life to perform. But another thing is that Pig God is implying that this thing is so strong that he'll only use it on whatever Shibawa's prophecy was. And her prophecy said the Earth is in trouble, which led everyone to believe that she was foretelling of a disaster level god threat. So I guess this means that Pig God feels that the life-taking ability that he has is possibly powerful enough to deal with something of that magnitude. And it's very possible that is true. Like I said, things are looking pretty bad for the heroes when Pig God starts saying this. Like Tatsumaki is down, Darkshine and Flashy Flash are MIA, Garo just showed back up, and the Evil Natural Water and Black S are looking to be unstoppable. And even then, he's still not willing to use this thing. So, what exactly is it then? Well, your guess is as good as mine, since we literally don't know anything about it yet, but that doesn't mean that we can't speculate, so let's do that. So option number one, it could be a self-destruction. This is a standard trope of thick characters, and I think it's probably the most logical one to speculate about, at least currently, considering it's implied to be powerful enough to take down a god-level threat. So naturally, a huge explosion or blast is very likely something that could do that. And also this ability, taking Pig God's life, lines up with a self-destruction. Maybe Pig God can convert all of the energy in his fat into an explosion, or something possibly. Option number two is another thick character trope, and that is rapidly burning all of his fat to make him like super muscular, thus making him like a Golden S type of being, or possibly like super strong and super fast, enough so that he could take care of almost anyone. But of course, this would only last for like a limited amount of time, and then he'd probably die afterwards. Option three is that instead of an explosion, he could convert his fat into an attack. Maybe like a strike or some sort of beam cannon, maybe. Maybe something like what we've seen from Orochi, possibly. Or maybe even the classic star Rorigeddon. Just speculating. Option number four is that he has some kind of singularity or black hole type dynamic to him, and he just decides to unleash it and essentially sucks in anything and destroys it that way. Now this is an idea that I've seen thrown around the community from time to time, and it's certainly a possibility, and that maybe could explain how he's able to perform the eating feats that he does. But that being said, there is certainly something special to Pig God that allows him to eat gigantic monsters the way that he does and digest them so quickly. There's also a reason why he's able to tank Eyesight's poison and easily survive being shot multiple times from inside of his body after eating the Evil Natural Water. So I assume that his body has something to do with what he is capable of. I mean, why not? And as far as I know, the only time Pig God is questioned about his eating abilities is by Gearspur in the recent bonus chapter Owned Items. Gearspur asks him if he gets a strength increase after eating, and Pig God says he just eats because he's hungry. So either Pig God is lying, or maybe he has to keep eating in order to keep whatever it is inside of him at bay. Whether it's like a nuclear-esque explosion, a transformation, or a black hole of some sort. Also, I have to touch on the blast theory because why not? So a long-time meme/theory about this secret of Pig God is that either he is Blast or that Blast is inside of him. And it's mainly just because of the potential of him taking down a god-level threat. And some people think that he isn't talking to himself, but actually talking to Blast in this sequence. I don't think this is true at all, but it's definitely funny and something to think about, I guess. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And let me know what you think Pig God's secret ability is. Let me just know what you think about Pig God in general. Because like I said, there is some significance to him, and there's a secret to him outside of just this special ability that he has. Like, why is Pig God capable of doing what he does? I mean, we also see that he's one of the S-Class heroes in particular that catches the interest of Dr. Genus, because we see him on his computer screen in Season 1 when he's looking at like Metal Bat, Watchdog Man, and Darkshine. So there is something abnormal to Pig God that makes him so tanky, makes him able to eat the stuff that he does. So what do you think it is? Will we ever find out? I think we will, considering that he at least gets spotlight like this. Not even most of the other S-Class heroes have some kind of secret significance to him like he does. So if you liked it, guys, please give it a like. I also have a Patreon. It gives you access to a weekly Q&A. And if you haven't already, please subscribe as well. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.